Hello everybody, I'm back with another video today. Today I'll be doing a suggestion. It's the most likely Republicans to run in 2024 if Trump does not run. I will do one for the Democrats eventually, but I will start off with the Republicans. This list is in no particular order. It is listed. It does do number 1, number 2, number 3, but it's in no particular order as to who would be the best. It's just simply a list of 7 people who I believe would be most likely to run for Republican nomination in 2024 if Trump doesn't run. Let's start off. Ron DeSantis. I think Ron DeSantis definitely would seriously consider running. Obviously, when you look at those straw polls at CPAC and at conservative conventions, he's essentially next in line to run if Trump, or to become the nominee if Trump does not run. I don't think he would pass up on that. And sometimes he actually even beat Trump once at a straw poll. So DeSantis, obviously, been putting himself in front of the cameras lately. Obviously, he has responded saying, he's not going to run, but that usually tends to be what most politicians say before they run. I wouldn't take much, I would take that claim with a grain of salt. I think that Ron DeSantis probably would run if Trump didn't run. He may even run if Trump runs, but I don't think so as much. But DeSantis, obviously, very high up, very well approved among the conservatives, and has a very good shot at becoming the nominee in 2024 if Trump didn't run. I definitely would put Ron DeSantis in the top tier of candidates to run. Number 2, Josh Hawley, obviously no particular order, the second one on the list. Josh Hawley, another person who has really came into prominence after the 2020 election. He was outspoken on the suspension of Donald Trump's account on Twitter and on Facebook. And, if you want to go into depth, he had recent appearances on Tucker Carlson and a very well-watched conservative television show. Wrote a book against, I guess what you'd call cancel culture, very much against cancel culture, and does have a small base of support in the polls. And definitely could be a contender, very outspoken Republican again, and does look like he would eye up a 2024 bid if Trump wasn't running, and he would have a shot at it. But I definitely think he would run. Name recognition beginning to get out there, and it's really risen since, I'd say, just about after the 2020 election, when kind of American politics finally hit the boiling point, I guess, over the last 4 years. But anyway, let's get to the next one, Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, another top contender, ran in 2016. Was a fierce critic of Donald Trump in the beginning, but as Trump became, I'm sorry about the blurred picture, by the way, but as Trump implemented his policies and I guess proved to Cruz that he was a conservative, or whatever Cruz envisioned as a conservative, that changed. They eventually became pretty close allies, actually. And Cruz now does a podcast with a person called Michael Knowles, which is a conservative podcast. It is very popular and I'm pretty sure it has over 1 million, I'm pretty sure a few million downloads on Spotify, or not Spotify, or podcast, and very popular among conservatives. Obviously, Ted Cruz was the runner-up in the 2016 Republican primary, so definitely has that name recognition, isn't that bad of a debater, and does have significant conservative approval. So I do think he actually would be a bit of a barrier to Ron DeSantis if he ran, and it would be close. And I do think that Cruz would definitely consider running if Trump chose not to run in 2024. Number 4, Mike Pompeo, another person who's floated the boat, former Secretary of State under Trump, has a lot of support for remaining loyal to Trump among conservatives after the 2020 election. He wasn't more like a Mike Pence or Nikki Haley or Elaine Chao, who resigned. He remained loyal to Trump. He agreed with Trump with regards to the election results. And that does give him many plaudits among the conservative base. And that did improve his polls. He spoke at CPAC, obviously eyeing stuff up there. Multiple appearances on conservative network called The Daily Wire, speaking with Ben Shapiro, conservative journalist, an outspoken critic of, the leftist agenda, he would say. Pompeo, obviously, trying to increase that name recognition, has been Secretary of State, Director of the CIA, former representative from Kansas, does have it out there, but seemingly looking to expand it. Definitely could run if Trump chooses not to. and he's had multiple appearances on Tucker Carlson as well, and remain loyal to Trump. And he does have that base of supporters. Spoke at CPAC. Pompeo definitely up there. Definitely would run and has somewhat of a chance of becoming the nominee. And I do think if all of these men and eventually women run, it will be closer than Ron DeSantis blowing them all out. Although I do think DeSantis will be in the lead in the beginning. But let's continue. Nikki Haley. Sorry for this blurry picture again. I don't know why it's blurry. But Nikki Haley, I do think would run. I don't know how much support she would get because she's sort of jumped on and off the Trump boat after, obviously, January 6th. She was a critic of Trump. She attacked him. I forgot the exact wording she said, but she was basically against it, and she kind of went against Trump. And now she went back and said that if Trump ran, she would definitely not run in the primary, which kind of got Trump's Trump has gone after her a little bit. I think he accused her of flip-flopping, and she doesn't know what she's saying or whatever. And that will definitely hurt her in the primary, but I still think she might run. I do think she ruined her chances. I just think if she wanted to have a good shot, she should have just remained quiet. If she wanted to at least keep that, but she's made her own personal choices in the Republican primary. I do think she would run, but I don't think she would be the nominee. But I definitely think she has the presidential aspirations and ambitions to run. I guess we jumped from 5 to 7, I guess. My bad. We don't have 7, we have 6. Number 6, Rand Paul. Another person who has gained prominence with his attacks on Anthony Fauci, obviously. As senator, he is part of different committees in the Senate. Fauci testifying in front of the Senate. Rand Paul grills Fauci on COVID vaccine or coronavirus origins, gain of function, NIH funding of Wuhan lab in China. That is obviously going to originate or resonate, with the conservative base across the country. Very, as Trump's rhetoric continued to show, as even before the election, after he's out of office, strong and harsh rhetoric against China. And the base obviously believes China is the greatest threat to America at the moment. And I guess the Democrats are starting to, be more on that as well. But that's something that very much resonates with the Trump base. The only problem Rand Paul has is a charisma problem, but I do think that some of his beliefs will outweigh it, and some of the things he's done will outweigh it. He's also had multiple appearances on Tucker Carlson and John Hannity, the conservative talk show host that increased the name recognition. He ran in 2016, definitely means he has that ambition and aspiration and could definitely run again. And one of those people, I did a video just a few days on the fight between him, Hawley, and DeSantis for that Republican base, in my mind. And I guess you have Pompeo and Cruz kind of waiting on the outside, who could pounce at any moment. But Rand Paul definitely one of the people who definitely could run. And once again, sorry about the picture quality here. I do think Rand Paul could run. But anyway, these were just the top 6 in my mind. People who would run in 2024. If you have any ones you would like to add to the list of people you think are likely to run if Trump doesn't run in 2024, please comment in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to get back to you on that. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching the video. Make sure to subscribe to the YouTube channel. We're at 39 subscribers. Let's get it up to 150. That'd be awesome. Thank you guys so much already. The channel's grown so much, and I just really appreciate it all. But anyway, make sure to like the video and comment in the section below if to add more people to the list if you would like. Anyway, have a great day, and I'll see you soon.